mama wakwa babium. O hwe me awia 2 o'clock anwumere nsoso yehia. Aha, ena nimdia no kore ne nyansa no ekasa. Malope TV sunie. Abono watwe 8 o'clock anwumere. And on the 11th January 2026. Sadia Midi Kanka, 20th now, we are coming out to make a protest against Chukudi Jude. We are calling for Donald Trump. Say, a man is called Chukudi Jude in our country, Ghana, and we don't need him anymore. We are, Yakanka John Dramani Mahama is not doing anything about it. So, Donald Trump, we are coming out 20th February to make a protest against Chukudi Jude that he should leave our country. We don't need this man anymore. Abushia, Mami Fanchakasia, Emma Wa Wuchemi. Mami Chia, Ariano, Vihini Bifremi, Nana, or USA, or your Hine, our Ashanti region. Nana Poku, Ushemi live, Michiao, and Michia Munina will be or Hemi Bia, Michiao. Share program, no mame. Na enko vara eya Ghana sumdwe nkomodie an ye duru so no enti pacho ka kire wonu ebisa malope asan ya ba 8 o'clock anwumere pm enti misro da bia anopa awia 2 ana anwumere 8 awia 2 na anwumere 8 ana ya meba sometimes ebu ha na mabere na meltumi amba but me time me de ba live no 2 o'clock pm Ghana time and anwumere so 8 o'clock PM Ghana time. Abushia yaku abayuwa bi. Akani hu biem o. Akani hu biem o. Nansa ya no ya de na te kodai. Akani hu biem. Yaku abayuwa bi wo tashie ni ya de boto atete no e de na to nsuo. Ye be kwakọ he. Nigeria fo akrofo tutubotoma wefu bi nso a yensa aka wom eno so ye bekwa kohe ma yentwa ye ho yenja boafo nkrato mra afa ye ba ye munwura nsem
Malope TV, in God we trust.
Welcome back. Yasaya babiem. Mabo wadi asre o se 20th no mo support wa support bi afa support me. Ana wo china juwadai me ko wodan. Yesi Nigeria fo bi mi di kanka na wia no. Se me mpese me kama omanya tipof no. Koso wodan. Wo se ye koda me ye ko hese de tie du oda. Meko police station man report me ho police na ma kire the mission amede ba woda na police for to police ni mienu ana ba ko bi edi machi ni akwakoye sa investigation na Nigeria fo na yeso o ma be hye wakogi dan bi o mu di boni wo mu no yakọ akwakohwe setisa na yaso wo medwene Ghana ho mesom Ghana enti no ebusia wo ka wakoma bia so woni malope okojiwe na fato nsu no ana se fuso fato eyi kakra no woni nkrofo mpacho oyo chine ya mekoda ti momu ame mesom Ghana na Ghana nya na somdwe abusha ansana ye be ko first video yeku abayewa bi woteshi no me papa bi frɛ bi fi USA ene osmalope me matena Nigeria o se papa ni se watena Nigeria na o se Nigeria ti sadia Nigeria fo ya ba Ghana wo mo de Ghana yo mo de o mo abegegege stores no se Ghana ni wuntimi nkorrent store enya de opa wo Nigeria na oka kwanya Nigeria fo de wo mo afaso wo Nigeria brother minu aba ma wutie me enko na o matena Nigeria pen e ka wo makosam a ahwa wo hia Nigeria ni ode ade behwe ni tirim na so Ghanaians Ghana fo ye nipa bi a nyankopon do nyamisuro and we are calm. Enti Nigeria for na yesusom so are me say aye ni so ade hunu a me hunu wo mani so no say ya hwe ni ye Fulani fo bi a wo mu mfiri wo man mu ha aye Ghana ha eni Igbo fo e be kwakoye one na de omo de be ye Ghana fo no me de me hunu o e wa ni so ade hunu mu sunsun be dia me hunu ade na ye the way me dog Ghana nti awurade mfa Ghana ho nsɛm ahintame enti wo follow malopache bia o hwɛ nsɛm a me kan started nyina na esi chukuri asense me be kan se ya ma ye ni ambra 2026 obe start so mo bode no be yi nani ma so bi bon se ade na si me dia me ka bia no eye no kore o dia me ka bia no se ebesi o me say ya Ghana ni a wotie me se ya nsore wan support malope ne yanko okwen fulani fo ene ibofo yi ebekwa kwaye one na dia wo mo de baye ya because ibofo ya nkrofo a Nigeria fo omo ni so mukuro na sei eno ma o ma ji so beba be set wo Ghana. And do you know woman kwa Ashanti region woman ko baby ya pram a bend voter region or when e border no omo imagine say on bet settle wo ho na wonim omo settle wo ho wi a no ma imagine say oho ne ye wo mo dia brother na no mo di be wuram no say ye ya dwen say ye do one me say omo ni because ye wa na fulani ni bi be kan say yanye wo citizen say John Dramani Mahama anye wo citizen a die si wo Nigeria e bi be si Ghana asem wo dwena ho san asem wo dwena ho san nia e fulani ni bi kan yo say yanye wo it a threat e say ye me malope me infantini akoda me akuapem ni akoda me okani ba me Ghana ni na me koka asasem we ya anka ye mpanifo anka sabre sam George fa sai ba nche mi ana se ya nya threat ye besi wo Nigeria so me ye serious pa ye mpanifo no wo mu bi ye serious a anka asasem we ka branti wonyina papa ko kansa wonyina ko dranka de be keso efise se obia wa no kase de esi wo Nigeria na ebi besi wo Ghana de na esi wo Nigeria eye Boko Haram eye bandit eye kum nipa kum Christopher kum ye kidnap nkrofo hwenu ma esi wo Nigeria enti se wotimi bia wa no kase se Mahama anya yes wanya mo citizen a ene de esi wo Nigeria bi besi wa sa wo so obia nka ho hwe. Now where I am asking the general in some trouble for Ghana, where is Captain Smart? One crowd you be back as a Johnny Dim, one crowd your Koji Hibo King, the chest why. One no put your Koji Hibo King, the chest why. A cannibal Captain Smart or cannibal pa. Hey, me Captain Smart here, Obia. Na me follow no how are any presentation? Na me tono papa. Even now, up to now, I like him. Even now, I like him. Mistakenly, kwaje Igbo ken just went ontimi nka Igbo nasem Nigeria for sem. Edi entia ana captain won so ya bribe wana. Okata Jeffrey fa enka ho asem. O mu anaso wa brush so kakra and what is going on? Me say, ya abusia malope mi huni de we chirichiri. Me hu de we obi oni mbie ni se me hu ade pa oni me pa yi me se yanhwe yi na yansore wan support malope ne yansore ibofo Nigeria fo ne bekwa kofa prampram ho nyina no mo ni fulani fo be ye one na fe de o maka se Ghana fo pa ye mie ya no sabra no na John Mahama anya president o sabra no enye ne asam na meka na enye o chino by 15 to 20 years coming on and they will fight near see what Nigeria no ya maye moso na ya nya correct point of correction here e bi be see wa ha because according to some video no mayira no mo yuja some video de mami wo da so wa some video no patcho fa se ne sana Igbo if you like no ka say yan yom citizen yan yom near see what Nigeria most mami some video no brother me patcho won support me watch momo number no mo de mo support watch na me call down see Nigeria for me person asem no me bie manu aka omo odan ya mami location ni baby a ochina me dru also me call police station odan police station na me call report me huma police na me kire police call commander o de entia maba krumu a me ye Ghana ni de hia me ye omamba pa na ye se asantefo ye wo kasa bi a ye kan se de ye hwe men say ana se ana ayachimbum yesi bibisa me refi be no ye hwe men se nti se me ye Ghana ni this year na me do man no na ahaye me man na me ni o man foforo bia wo baabi ni de ai me nsuro se me de me kra beto o man me man Ghana ana se me ye adwuma pa akasa ama me man Ghana abusia ye kohwe video na ye ku abayewa no ye hwe sa video ni mra
enuanum ni adofo ene anapai the sorry ya yanti asempa se wonim se ohuni pebi ayera ana se wo hwehwe ohuni pebi unti ne nka wo frɛ no unti ne nka me wo tashie estate busy map ene ye sorry anapai yanti asempa ne se ye ku obi ato garden teacher no sack ya chichire no ankasa ena ya to na beto gate nipa no oyoba a chichire ne nan ene ne nsa ena ye de na hwa sack ena ye de na beto gate busy man babesiu hu ne nan ne nsa straight dress button baby atika tumu odu they na betu garden so you show who ni baby na una misrel go to the nearby police station and your police report ya free police the phone so you nti o mu kan fita no pa pane ne wo mu ipani
and ya enemy who's that video now say wow you see tashie huh tashie ana tashie hey any other bottle yenim say ya Nigeria ni o say ya wan you brother hey oh aseben kura he say sale oh mama onapo yenyampo Asapr asakwane asa jomama anke monne inyo anhe uno mama na mahama frame nwumre ya on frame biu Odi asempa na bo oh 24-hour economy 24 hours economy mama odi asempa na bo you yeku abawe yo ni ade bottle according to lady Ika say I'm not there I just saw on the social media and I'm saying make di hun common ne ashashi o akane hu biem akane hu biem hey Donald Trump, please, we need you in Ghana. We need you. Please, Donald Trump, with all due respect, you are the president of the United States. Please, I am reporting this case for you. We have a certain guy here in Ghana. The guy is called Chukwudi Jude. He's a Nigerian. He came here as a businessman, started making his business, and that was 1995. And now 2024, 2025, 2026, this man claimed to call himself a king. And he says that he wanted to build his kingdom here in Ghana. There's something going on in Ghana here. We suspect that this man Chukwudi, let me say this. We don't need Chukwudi. He's not a Ghanaian. And he said he wanted to build his kingdom. We have complained to our politicians, but they are not saying nothing. Especially, we have complained to our president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. The politicians are not taking any step. So, Donald Trump, if you are listening to me, please call John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, and tell him that you have seen a video. One of his country member, his citizen Malope, has reported to you that a man called Chukudi, you don't want to come by force to come and pick him. So we are report 20th February. We are coming out to do a protest and call you Donald Trump, the president, His Excellency Donald Trump, His Excellency Donald Trump, the Almighty, the one and only. Please come and help us. We don't need the Nigerians in our country. Come and sack them. As you bomb Nigeria, they are here. They are disturbing us. Come and call them from here. Sack them. Tell our president to sack them. So we make kind of brofu. Yempe Nigeria for tom. As a kwene oh boy Juma. Mahama Kobie. And then be my police for I think the police military. Oh why yeah dear. Why yeah dear, but when it comes to the security dear Mahama, Akufo-Addo says o campaign now to nsuom nipa ya do say why are there kaduma de wo ye pa anka APP de mo kato machi kura nanso Nigeria for ne Fulani for foreigners hayen yesi Mahama chuku di nko o de yesro machuku di nko oh Abusia sister ye we ye miss me ya mo hwe o odi ye nkwa hwe Nigeria fa kronfo ne mera sisia.
When the police began digging into what appeared to be a normal soakaway pit, they expected to find dirty water and waste, but instead what they found were multiple human skulls. One by one, the decomposing remains of 4 people were pulled out of the concrete pit, and one of them was so fresh that flies were still buzzing around it. The man who owned the house stood there watching, calm and quiet, while his neighbor screamed in shock. That was when they finally understood why their quiet neighbor, who sold shoes for a living, had built such a tall fence around his home. But the worst part was still coming. 2 of his small children would later make a chilling demonstration to the police, which would make it clear that they had been watching their father commit his numerous atrocities. This is the horrifying story of Anthony Ndubuisi, a full-time shoemaker who made serial killing his weird side hustle. On June 9, 2020, Mr. Ajumiene Ofo had prepared to leave his home in Aba, Abia State, Nigeria, for what he believed would be a routine business transaction. The trader had supplied shoes worth 500,000 naira to his business partner, Anthony Ndubuisi, and was now traveling to Port Harcourt to collect his payment. Before leaving home, Ofo did something that would later save many lives. He carefully wrote down Anthony's address and phone number, leaving these crucial details with his wife. He explained that he was going to collect money from a customer and that he would return home shortly. It was a precaution that seemed unnecessary at the time, but would later prove to be the key that would unlock a chamber of horrors. Ofo arrived at Anthony's well-secured compound in Umu-Ebulu 1 community, a Che local government area of Rivers State. The house was impressive, a 4-bedroom flat surrounded by an unusually high fence that completely blocked the view from the street. Anthony welcomed his business partner warmly, just as he had done with his previous victims. He invited Ofo into his living room and then offered him a comfortable seat, even providing refreshments as they discussed the payment. However, this hospitality was nothing more than a deadly trap. What Ofo didn't know was that he had just walked into the lair of a serial killer who had been perfecting his method of murder for months. The shoes he had come to collect payment for would soon become his own death sentence. Back in Aba, Abia State, Ofo's wife waited patiently for her husband's return. One day passed, then another. By the second day, her concern grew into alarm. Her husband was a reliable man who always kept his word about returning home, implying that something was definitely wrong somewhere. The address and phone number Ofo had left behind became a lifeline. His wife immediately contacted the police providing them with Anthony's details and explaining the circumstances of her husband's disappearance. She told them about the business relationship, the debt that was owed, and her husband's plan to collect the money. The police launched an immediate investigation, and when they contacted Anthony, his responses raised red flags. He claimed he had never seen Offor and also denied any knowledge of his whereabouts, but the evidence was clear. Phone records showed that the two men had been in contact, and there was also proof of their business relationship. Sensing deception, the police intensified their investigation. Through intelligence gathering and careful detective work, they began to piece together a disturbing pattern. Anthony's name had been mentioned in connection with other missing persons cases, even though no one had previously made the connection. On June 29, 2020, operatives from the anti-kidnapping unit moved in for the arrest. When they apprehended Anthony, he initially maintained his innocence, but under interrogation, the weight of evidence began to crack his composure. Faced with overwhelming proof, Anthony finally broke down and made a confession that would horrify even the most experienced police officers. Anthony led the police to his compound, where the team prepared for what they thought would be a search for Offor's body. But what they would eventually discover would be far worse than anyone would have ever imagined. In the compound, very close to the high fence, was what appeared to be an ordinary soakaway pit covered with concrete columns. Anthony revealed that this was not just a sewage system, it was his personal burial ground. The police sought the help of neighbors to begin the grim task of exhuming the bodies. As they dug deeper into the pit, the full extent of Anthony's crimes became clear. They recovered the decomposing body of Ajumain Offor, still fresh enough to be identified. But under his remains, they also found 3 human skulls and the remains of victims whose bodies had completely decayed. The soakaway pit had been intentionally constructed to save a dual function. While it appeared to be a normal waste disposal system, Anthony had designed it as the perfect hiding place for his victims. The concrete covering made it impossible for anyone to detect the smell or discover what lay beneath. The residents of Umuebulu 1 community were stunned by the revelations. For months, they had lived next to a serial killer without knowing it. The man they thought was a quiet, harmless shoe dealer had been systematically murdering people just a few meters from their homes. One neighbor told investigators that Anthony had always been a loner. He never participated in community meetings, refused to join environmental sanitation exercises, and also avoided social gatherings. On Saturdays, when neighbors would meet to discuss community issues, Anthony would carry his bag and claim he was going out for business, but would simply disappear for hours. The then youth president of Umuebulu community pointed out something that many had noticed but never questioned. That was Anthony's unusually high fence. The barrier was so tall and solid that it completely blocked any view into his compound. The fence had been Anthony's greatest asset in concealing his crimes. It ensured that no one could see or hear what happened when he lured his victims into his compound. The isolation it provided had given him the confidence to carry out his murders without fear of discovery. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect of this case was the involvement of Anthony's own children. When police arrived at the compound, they discovered that Anthony's wife had fled, abandoning their 4 children. 2 older children had also disappeared, but 2 younger ones remained in the house. These children had witnessed horrors that no child should ever see. During questioning, they revealed that they had watched their father strangle each of his victims. Using their tiny hands, they demonstrated to the police exactly how Anthony would approach his victims from behind and then twist their necks in a deadly motion. The children disclosed that their father had threatened them with death if they ever told anyone about what they witnessed. They had been living in constant fear, watching their father commit murder after murder while being powerless to stop him or seek help. One of the children had actually tried to warn people the day before the police discovery. The child told neighbors that their father killed people and put their bodies in the septic tank. But no one believed such a crazy story from a young child. If the adults had taken this warning seriously, the investigation might have been resolved much sooner. During his interrogation, Anthony provided chilling details about his method of operation. He explained that he had been targeting fellow traders and business partners, people who trusted him enough to visit his home for legitimate business transactions. Anthony would contact potential victims, usually people in the shoe business like himself, and then invite them to his house, either to buy goods from them or to sell items to them. He made sure to choose victims who dealt in valuable merchandise and also had access to significant amounts of money. After the victims have arrived in his compound, Anthony would play the perfect host. He would invite them into his living room and then offer them a comfortable seat, sometimes even providing drinks and refreshments. This hospitality was designed to make them relax and also lower their guard. When the victims were seated and comfortable, Anthony would excuse himself and then move behind them. In one swift motion, he would grab their necks with both hands and then twist them immediately, killing them instantly. The victims had no chance to fight back or to even call for help. After confirming that his victims were dead, Anthony would drag their bodies outside to the septic tank and then dump them inside. He would then collect their money, mobile phones, and any valuable goods they had brought with them. The shoes and other merchandise would be sold through his legitimate business, providing additional profits from his crimes. Anthony revealed that he had started this killing spree in February 2020, just 4 months before his arrest. In this short period, he had murdered 4 people and also collected a total of 800,000 naira from their families through ransom demands. His method was particularly cruel because he would often contact the family of his victims, demanding ransom money for their release. The families, desperate to save their loved ones, would pay the requested amount, not knowing that their relatives were already dead. Anthony would collect these payments and then simply disappear, leaving the families to wonder what had happened to their loved ones. 3 of Anthony's 4 victims were foreign nationals from Togo who had come to Nigeria for business purposes. These victims were particularly vulnerable because they were far from home and also had limited local connections who might notice their disappearance quickly. The 4th victim was Ajumene Ofo, a Nigerian trader from Aba, whose disappearance had finally led to Anthony's arrest. Ironically, Ofo became Anthony's downfall because, unlike the foreign victims, he had a wife in Nigeria who knew exactly where he had gone and also had the local knowledge to contact the police when he failed to return. All of these victims had been legitimate business people who trusted Anthony based on their previous commercial relationships. They had no reason to suspect that their business partner was planning to kill them. When Anthony was arrested, police recovered 2 pump-action guns and cartridges from his compound, suggesting that his criminal activities might have extended beyond kidnapping and murder. The then Commissioner of Police, Joseph Mukan, condemned the incident and declared total war against perpetrators of such heinous crimes in Rivers State. He urged members of the public to increase their security consciousness and also report suspicious characters and movements to police.
Where do you stay in Port Harcourt?
I stay in Garrison.
Garrison?
Yes.
Where in Garrison?
For 5 Transamado Garrison.
What is the occupation? Which work do they do?
I do say shoes.
Shoes?
Yes.
For where?
Local and English.
Yeah, you get shade?
Yes.
Where your shade there?
For Ezimone house.
Okay. What about your family? Do you have family?
Yes, sir. Here is my family.
Oh, these are your family?
Yes, sir.
Now here they stay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what time will you come here? Where you bring police come here today?
I kidnap people to kill them.
Again, say what knows the police come here today?
Yes, the police come here because of they kidnap people to kill them.
How they do them?
They strong them for hands.
How? Tell us.
They hold them for neck.
They hold them for neck?
Yeah.
How do they take come here?
I invite them, kidnap them, come.
Okay, they invite them. How do they take invite them?
You go know. I will tell them to come. From there, kidnap them to enter.
tell them to come do it. How they tell them? Just tell them there will be income.
Some business.
Okay, some business partners.
Yes.
So they tell them to come buy something from you, or you want to sell something, give them.
They tell them, say, come and I won't buy something from them, or they come and buy to me.
And they bring the thing, come here.
Yes.
Like waiting.
Shoes.
Okay. So, which time we start this business?
This year.
This killing, which time?
This year.
Which time this year?
February.
How many people we don't, since that February, how many people we don't kidnap and kill?
4.
4 people now you don't kidnap and kill. So if you kill, how they do them?
I don't put them for this soccer.
This soccer we were outside here.
Yes, sir.
What about your wife? Your wife, they don't see you.
My wife know they see me. My wife they go market.
People know they see you.
People know they see me because only me they leave the compound.
Okay, they live for the compound. Who get this compound?
I miss.
So now you beat them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So show us where the dead body is going.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do they put them for this septic tank? How do they put them?
They will die.
Okay, they go die first before you come put them. How do they take them?
So I will hold them for neck.
They hold them for neck until you go strangle them,
Yes.
then die. How many of them don't do this business? Wait, how many of them do this your gang? Only you go keep person. Go keep person, put them for soccer way too. No, it's not possible. Tell us.
But I will tell you please.
Only you they kill the person.
I'm not dead.
And so far now, 4 the body ended for here.
Yes.
The police also indicated that they were investigating whether Anthony had accomplices who assisted him in carrying out the crimes. Unfortunately, after Anthony's arrest and the discovery of his victims, there have been no further updates on the case. The investigation that began with one missing trader ultimately exposed a killing spree that claimed 4 lives and traumatized an entire community. What do you think about this horrifying case? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more true crime stories. Thank you for watching and stay safe.
Akromfo ni akohwe omaba before ye beto akromfo na asem no so no. Asem a da bia me ken sese sister yi a ya chete ne botomi. Obi dishie Nigeria for to say junkie mess any junkie boys so onye bi ntwe a obekọ ko wi obi sika no de akopa bi atwe ni take you aba so onye nipa afa anya sacrifice a obekọ akopa bi aye sacrifice mama yes Nigeria for ni yewudifo kuro bia bo wom dimbone enya Ghana nko a ye mpe Nigeria for anyway won wa akromfo yi akromfo tachi amwa hwe omakum nipa dibi ote brofo na wo ka no adi nipa hyema yati asem hu yati asem we se mo trati mi Nigeria for ne trati me yasemo ise mintu kwa ise kura so minika na magaze me shamika mu anka mebo tinte abusia yo men ka ho asem bebere wo dia sa wa hwe video no enti wa ka ho asem ti abusia me de be si ha ochina juwada meba awia 2 but awia 2 memba nwumere fi se mekọ odan yekoye investigation abi about yes Nigeria for bi di bone wodan na ma kire be dan location ni nyina nti mekọ akofa police akoho ti wochina nwumere 8 de memba but awia de me kasa wie ya na chese street yekọ odan wo odan ti mo support me kakre wo ka wa koma o malope we wokɔ afato ayi gye wo ne nkɔ de fa nsu anase wɔka wakoma yɛyɛ ɛde aboa ɛnyɛ sɛ mesrɛw yɛyɛ ɛde aboa ɔman Ghana ebia wo so nyanka wo bɛyɛ ba wo ni platform anase ebia wo ni ɔman ne mu ha ti wafo ahoɔden support ebi so frɛ mo bɔ mpa ma mpa mo ayade na menka kyerɛ Ghana ni bia sɛ mentan MPP mentan NDC me ɔman bapa menye politician but bedwene Ghana ho ya ye nyina so eso ba mfaso daakye a aba mfaso ama ye nyinara aha aso aba mfaso ama ye nyinara anti no madam nyina ase nyame nhira mo onka mo Bob Santo Agnes Apia mo nyina nyame nhira mo mu amoka me bronya no kura twam tim de mai ma adwene kura bronya fo twam ti me ma adwene nyame nhira mo nyina da se ne ye besa hia wo chena 2 o'clock ye beba banwum ready ye mba because ye call down makram bye bye.
Malope TV, in God we trust.